All right, so I absolutely have to walk you through something I've been messing with lately that has seriously streamlined my entire creator process. It's not because I'm trying to aggressively sell you on some niche software, but because this thing genuinely solved a massive recurring problem for me. You know that familiar pain point of sitting on an hour-long talk or a huge webinar recording? You just know there are dozens of 10 to 60-second moments hidden inside that could absolutely crush it on TikTok or YouTube Shorts. But then reality hits you with the massive time suck of finding those perfect little bits and manually editing them all. Seriously, the process of clipping, captioning, and then scheduling every single post can feel like a second full-time job. Yeah, that entire grind is exactly where this new platform, Vizard, stepped in and completely changed my workflow for the better. So let's start with how you actually begin interacting with the tool to see if it's worth your effort. Vizard generously provides a free tier, so you can poke around and really decide if it fits your specific needs without any commitment. This free version is robust enough to let you upload a few videos and actually let the AI scan them to create those initial sample clips. You should know up front that there is a watermark on any exported content from the free plan, which is totally standard for a trial. Also, the selection of bundled stock assets might be a little limited until you upgrade, but that's fine for initial testing. I really recommend you stay on the free version until you feel genuinely confident in how the tool handles your unique content style. Otherwise, you'll end up paying for features you're still actively trying to learn how to utilize effectively. Now, let me quickly paint the general user interface picture for you before we dive into the heavy lifting. You've got your main dashboard, a media library to hold everything, and a history log of all your past projects, which is all pretty standard. But honestly, the genuine magic only starts once you actually feed Vizard one of those super long-form video files. You upload that 30 to 90-minute episode, and the artificial intelligence immediately begins its deep analysis work. It scans the entire audio track, meticulously searching for all the inherent highlights and key structural markers. It actively picks out emotional spikes, genuine laugh moments, any truly dramatic or punchy lines that truly resonate. The AI is specifically trained to identify anything that generally fits established patterns for viral short-form content across all platforms. Then just moments later, it auto-generates an entire stack of short, perfectly formatted clips that are ready to publish. You can easily preview every single generated clip, tweak the exact edit point, reselect the best possible visual framing, or totally change the captions. Plus, you have the flexibility to swap out the intro and outro templates to maintain some brand variety across your posts. This is key because it is absolutely not some opaque black box where you just cross your fingers and hope for the best outcome. You actually maintain granular control over the final product, even though most of the heavy lifting has already been intelligently done for you. One feature that I genuinely love is the dedicated auto-editing viral clips function built right into the system. If you've tried other software, you know those tools often expect you to do the vast majority of the actual heavy lifting yourself. For example, InVideo is great for building specific explainer-style videos from short curated assets, but that's a different job. Turning a long, raw live stream directly into 20 smart, platform-ready clips automatically is definitely not their strong suit right now. InVideo's core strength lies in templated storytelling and a fair bit of required manual assembly from the user side. Vizard's AI, in contrast, is purposefully programmed to seek out those truly viral moments and format them perfectly for the target platform. It automatically handles the aspect ratio, adds suggested captions, and even proposes great-looking thumbnail options for you. Just that one specific function alone easily saves me several hours of tedious administrative work every single week. Now, I need to be upfront and honest with you about the known limits because every single tool out there has them. Sometimes the automatically suggested stock footage library can feel a little bit generic or just plain uninspiring. I've seen other platforms stitch in B-roll that clearly doesn't match my local region, or even weirder, invent places that absolutely do not exist. That strange AI hallucination thing happens when the tool tries too hard to visually fill a gap and oversteps its knowledge base. The simple fix for this is either using your own uploaded footage when possible, or just manually swapping out any poor stock clips in the editor. Vizard actually makes that replacement process incredibly easy. You just click the clip, hit replace, and you are instantly done. Still, it's always wise to be mindful if you are creating content that is highly local or region-specific before you ever hit post. AI-generated efficiency is a massive productivity gain, but it absolutely does not replace the necessity of human fact-checking. Let's shift gears and discuss the pricing nuance, because like most good SaaS products, Vizard operates on a tiered subscription model. If you are a solo creator primarily focused on volume, that mid-tier monthly plan is often more than enough to cover your needs. That tier unlocks way more processing minutes, better export options, and unlocks the powerful batch processing feature, all without watermarks. Teams or larger agencies will definitely want to look at the pro level, which includes multiple user seats and some advanced scheduling capabilities. Compare that structure to services where adding an extra seat shoots the price up immediately, which Vizard avoids nicely. Vizard's structure feels much more creator-focused, especially when your main goal is consistent short-form content from long videos. Next up is the auto-schedule function, which I consider another absolutely massive win for efficiency and reducing manual input. Once Vizard has built up a solid library of your newly created clips, you can set a consistent posting frequency and just let it queue everything up. In all seriousness, I've wasted entire afternoons just manually scheduling across 3 or 4 different social platforms. This scheduling isn't just a simple calendar view either. The system will actually recommend optimal post times for maximum reach. It will also intelligently rotate clips so you aren't blasting your audience with the exact same soundbite 2 days in a row. You simply link your various social accounts, pick your desired cadence, and the system handles the actual publishing. Of course, you can't rely on full autopilot for absolutely everything, as you still need to engage with comments. But for repackaging evergreen content consistently, this feature is an absolute lifesaver that saves precious creative energy. Then we move into the content calendar view, which is where the tool starts feeling less like software and more like a real assistant. Here you can review every single scheduled clip, manually rearrange them, group them by a specific campaign, and see the whole week. For anyone juggling multiple client accounts or several different shows, this single pane of glass view is incredibly valuable. Just compare that to trying to stitch together Trello boards, random Google Drive links, and a separate scheduling app. Vizard successfully centralizes that entire chaotic workflow into one manageable, easy-to-see space. Now, I need to be totally honest about the quality expectations you should hold going into this process. If you hire a professional cinematographer and spend thousands on location B-roll, that will always look significantly more polished, naturally. Vizard is not designed to be a replacement for that high-end, top-tier production value. It's a powerful scale tool. For creators who need sheer volume, meaning frequent, authentic, short clips, this tool gives you reach at a tiny fraction of the normal time and cost. It is absolutely perfect for coaches, podcasters, real estate agents, or small brands needing consistent social media feeding. Here are a couple of hands-on details I learned while tinkering around with the system myself over the last few weeks. Be very specific in your editing prompts. If you just say make highlight clips, you get a very broad, unhelpful set. But if you instruct it, find the funny lines where I clearly roast my co-host, the AI searches for those specific emotional markers. It then assembles much better, more targeted cuts because it's looking for the actual intent behind the speech. Also, while captions are automatically generated and placed, you must always proofread every single word they generate. The speech-to-text technology is impressive, but it's certainly not flawless, especially with niche industry jargon or unusual proper names. The narration features, including voiceovers and music suggestions, are also fully customizable within the editor. There's a selection of text-to-speech options if you need a different narrator or need to add a quick voiceover track to a new clip intro. Some of those text-to-speech voices sound surprisingly natural. I even heard one that was vaguely cinematic once. However, you should never rely on any synthesized voice sounding absolutely perfect for every single use case you have. You always have the recourse to swap to a different voice or import your own pre-recorded audio narration track directly. The music suggestions are genuinely handy because the system suggests tracks that match the specific energy and tempo of your clip. If a suggestion feels way too chill for what should be a hype moment, you can easily swap it out for something better. The standard editing flow follows a very predictable pattern once you get the hang of it after the first few times. It generally goes, upload your file, let the AI scan for all the highlights, and then review the generated batch of clips. Next, you make your necessary micro edits like trimming, caption adjustments, swapping the hook, or changing the final aspect ratio. Finally, you either add the finished clip straight to the content calendar or export it immediately for manual posting. The first few times you go through this, it feels a bit slow because you don't quite trust what the AI has selected yet. But after a few cycles, you start noticing which specific hooks perform insanely well with your particular audience base. you learn which content formats naturally work better for your specific niche and audience demographic, which is powerful. Suddenly, you are creating daily or weekly content volume without having to burn an entire editing day every single time. I actually tested this out with a 70-minute local interview I conducted about Northern Kentucky community projects last month. I specifically asked Vizard to pull out the best sound bites for locals and also clips that work for first-time home buyer tips. The system then produced around 18 genuinely usable clips from that single long recording, which is incredible yield. This included neighborhood micro stories, one really funny outtake, and a sharp 30-second how-to practical tip. I went in and swapped a few stock shots out for my own footage so the skyline in the background was definitely correct. I also took a minute to manually tweak a couple of the captions to correct names that the AI had slightly misinterpreted. Then I scheduled all 18 clips to roll out over the next 2 weeks, which felt amazing. The baseline time to get that entire batch from raw footage to post-ready material dropped from about 4 hours down to just 30 minutes. That kind of massive time saving is the stuff that truly adds up exponentially for any busy content creator. But we absolutely cannot sleep on the inherent responsibility angle that comes with content repurposing. When you pull one sentence out of context, it can sometimes wildly misrepresent the longer idea that was previously set up. A clip might be incredibly catchy, but if it fundamentally changes the meaning of your original point, that harms your credibility. You should always use Vizard to generate great hooks and teasers that intentionally direct people back to your full-length episode. The goal is never to trick the viewer into clicking, but to effectively entice them with a genuine preview. Also, be aware of the market differences, especially when dealing with hyper-local recommendations in your edits. When I tried to create top 5 burger spots in X city clips, the AI occasionally invented fake businesses or mixed up neighborhood boundaries. That's not really a product failing so much as it is a general caveat you have to remember with any type of generative AI today. Any inferred or generated details, especially facts or names, must always be manually verified by a human before publishing. Thankfully, Vizard makes it quite easy to swap in your own real images or correct any text errors when that happens. But please, do not let the AI write your entire neighborhood guide unsupervised and expect perfect accuracy right out of the box. Let's look at how this stands up when compared to the other options available on the current market landscape. Some dedicated editors might be cheaper upfront, but they absolutely require you to do 100% of the content selection work. Other services will create clips for you, usually via human editors on Fiverr or Upwork, but those costs add up fast and turnaround can be slow. The kicker is that many freelance sellers are already using the same underlying AI tech, meaning you could likely do it yourself for less money. On the flip side, if you need completely bespoke, artistic, and creatively directed edits, you should absolutely hire a human professional. Vizard perfectly occupies that sweet spot in the middle, balancing speed with good quality and essential user control. So, in conclusion, who exactly is this fantastic tool designed for in the current creator economy? If you produce long-form material and need to consistently repurpose it into platform-friendly shorts without hiring an editor, put Vizard on your list. It is also an extremely capable solution for small teams that need to maintain a steady, reliable posting schedule overhead. If you are a one-off creator focused purely on ultra-polished, high-end cinematography, this won't replace that core workflow. But even in those high-production scenarios, it will still help you extract substantially more social value from every single shoot. Here are a couple of final, practical details I learned while genuinely tinkering around with it this past month. Remember to be hyper-specific in your editing prompts, focusing on the feeling you want to capture, not just the topic. Instructing the AI to find the most controversial part of a debate will yield better clips than just asking for highlights. Always review and manually correct those AI-generated captions, as speech-to-text is genuinely impressive but still prone to errors. The platform also lets you easily customize the background music to better match the emotional energy of each specific short clip. If the suggested track feels too slow for a fast-paced reveal, just swap it out for something with a higher BPM instantly. The editing flow becomes very intuitive once you trust the AI's initial segmentation and focus only on refinement. After a few solid cycles, you'll start seeing patterns in which hooks and which specific formats truly resonate with your audience segment. You can achieve consistent daily or weekly output without having to sacrifice an entire day every single week to manual editing. I tested this recently with that 70-minute local interview about those community projects in Northern Kentucky. Remember that one? I instructed the AI to target both local sound bites and actionable first-time homebuyer tips simultaneously. Vizard successfully delivered about 18 clips that were highly usable for their distinct intended audiences. I corrected some names, swapped the wrong skyline for the right one, and scheduled them for the next 2 weeks of posting. That batch creation, which used to take me 4 hours of focused effort, now takes about 30 minutes of oversight time. That level of efficiency gain is the difference between being consistent and constantly falling behind on social media. But let's circle back to the responsibility angle. Always check for context when you are repurposing content like this. Pulling one sentence without its preceding setup can easily lead to your audience misunderstanding the core message you intended. The clip needs to be catchy, but it absolutely must not distort or fundamentally change the overarching idea you were sharing. Use the clips to create genuine sharp hooks that always encourage traffic back toward the main, long-form piece of content. That's how you successfully close the content loop. Tease with a sharp clip, drop a CTA, and send people to the main source. Vizard's superpower is that it allows you to scale the creation of those necessary, high-performing teasers effectively. It's practical, not magical, but it genuinely makes the most tedious, time-consuming parts of the job disappear entirely. I mentioned earlier how the AI can sometimes invent local details when you try to get super specific with recommendations. If you ask it for 5 great coffee shops in your neighborhood, you might get 3 real ones and 2 places that don't actually exist. This is a classic AI caveat. Generated or inferred details should never be taken as gospel without human cross-reference. When you are creating local guides, always prioritize using on-camera clips or pre-verified lists from trusted sources. It's fantastic that Vizard allows you to easily correct text and swap in real images when this happens, which is a huge plus. But don't rely on the AI to write out your entire neighborhood-specific guide completely unsupervised every time. Let's quickly touch on how this compares to some of the other options that are currently available on the market. Some editors are definitely cheaper, but they require you, the user, to perform all of the clip selection yourself manually. Other services will create clips for you via human editors, which can deliver quality, but the costs accumulate fast and turnaround is often slow. And let's be real, a lot of those freelance sellers you hire are already utilizing the very same AI technology under the hood. This means you could essentially be paying a premium to have someone else do what you can do yourself for significantly less money. However, if your vision calls for fully bespoke creative edits with unique artistic direction, hire a dedicated professional editor. Vizard simply carves out its own space by offering that perfect convergence of speed, decent quality, and critical control features. So, what are my final thoughts on exactly who this Vizard tool is built and optimized for in today's environment? If you consistently produce long-form content and absolutely need to repurpose it into shorts without hiring a full-time staff member, this needs to be on your list. It's also a fantastic accelerator for small teams trying to keep a consistent high-volume posting schedule without the huge overhead costs. If you are a one-off creator focused on super-polished slow-motion cinematography, Vizard won't replace that specific workflow. However, even for you, it will certainly help extract much more social value from every single hour you spend shooting your primary content. If you want my personal hands-on recommendation for trying this out, here is the best way to start your first session. Start with just one single long video. Set a small achievable goal, like extracting 8 clips for 2 weeks of posts. Make sure you actively use the auto-scheduling feature to queue that content up immediately after you finish editing the batch. As you review the clips, keep a very close eye on the generated captions and any location-specific facts you see. And please, never forget to include a clear call to action that specifically points people back to the full-length content. That is the whole system working together. Tease sharply, drop the CTA, and send viewers to the main source video. Vizard excels at scaling up the creation of those sharp, high-performing teasers so you don't have to. It really is a practical efficiency upgrade rather than some kind of impossible magical shortcut to success. And that, my friends, is how it makes all the tedious, repetitive editing parts of the job just disappear from your weekly list. If you want a follow-up, I can actually walk you through a complete step-by-step live demo in our very next video. We could take a 60-minute talk, pull out 12 viral-ready clips together, tweak the captions side by side, and auto-schedule them for a whole month. That demonstration would be zero fluff, just showing exactly what actually works in a creator's real-world day-to-day schedule. Does walking through a complete real-world implementation session like that sound like a good plan for our next piece of content?